friends, we are back with a new topic, that is divorce under Muslim law. In this particular topic, we are going to discuss the concept of divorce, the modes of divorce, the classification of divorce, what are the codified laws for protection of Muslim women for protection of their rights relating to divorce, how the dissolution of Muslim marriages under the Act of 1939 can take place, and then we are going to discuss certain case laws and conclude. Divorce refers to termination of legal relationship between husband and wife. It is formal ending of marriage by law. Divorce must be avoided as far as possible because it is the most hated permissible thing as per Islam. But in exceptional circumstances, it becomes unavoidable and hence necessary. In unfortunate circumstances, marriage contracts has to be broken, and that is called as divorce. There are two modes of divorce which are recognized under Mohammedan law. The two forms are, first one extrajudicial and the second one is judicial. The extrajudicial divorce can further be classified into three different types. First one is divorce by husband, second one is divorce by wife, and the third type is by mutual agreement both between husband as well as wife. Husband's right to seek divorce can further be classified into three different types, that is talaq, ila and zihir, which we are going to discuss in detail further. The first form of divorce which a husband is entitled to is called as talaq. The literal meaning of the term talaq is to set free, that is freedom from bondage. If we analyze the concept in detail, we find that there are two broad concepts or classifications of talaq, that is talaq-e-sunnat and talaq-e-bid'at. If we study talaq-e-sunnat, we come to the conclusion that it is further classified into two different types, that is talaq-e-ahsan and talaq-e-hasan. As far as talaq-e-bid'at is concerned, it is less approved form of talaq but still valid as per Mohammedan law. Talaq-e-sunnat. Talaq-e-sunnat is classified into two different types, that is talaq-e-ahsan and talaq-e-hasan. In talaq-e-ahsan, there is single pronouncement of divorce which is made in period of tuhur, following by abstinence during period of iddat. It is applicable only in case of oral pronouncement and not when the talaq is given in writing. The husband can revoke divorce and say, I retain thee, before completion of the iddat period. Then the talaq or talaq, as per talaq-e-ahsan, the talaq is not immediately done. Whereas in case of talaq-e-hasan, the husband has to pronounce the formula of talaq 3 times during 3 successive tuhurs. It has two forms. These are the two different forms of talaq-e-sunnat. Whereas when we speak about talaq-e-bid'at, it is again having two different forms. That is triple declaration of talaq in one single sentence or 3, or a single irrevocable pronouncements during period of tuhur or otherwise. There are certain basic rules of pronouncing talaq. First one is that the man who is giving talaq must be sane and an adult. The second rule says that the talaq which is given during sleep will not be valid. The third rule says that if the talaq is given under intoxication, if it is not voluntary, will be void. Then talaq given in the state of anger will also be void. The second form of divorce through which a husband can get divorce is called as ila. If the husband takes an oath not to have sexual intercourse with his wife, it is constructive divorce. If husband resumes marriage within 4 months, ila is cancelled. The third form of divorce which is available to husband is called as zihir. Zihar. If the husband compares his wife with the prohibited relationship. Similar as in case of Ila, if husband does not cohabit within 4 months, marriage is dissolved. If husband wants to revoke zihir, he has to do one of the following. He has to observe fast for 2 months, provide food to at least 60 people, or has to free a slave. Then only the zihir or zihar can be revoked. Now let us discuss what are the rights of a woman as per Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986. The divorced woman shall be entitled to maintenance during the period of her iddat from her former husband. When she maintains children born to her before or after divorce, maintenance for the period of 2 years from respective dates of birth of such children. Amount of meher agreed at the time of marriage has to be given by the husband. At the time of divorce, all the properties given to her at the time of marriage or after marriage by her relatives, friends, or husband's relatives or friends. To all these things, a woman is entitled as per the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986. If the Muslim woman does not remarry after iddat period is complete and is not able to maintain herself, then she is having an option to proceed under section 4 of the act against her relatives who are liable to maintain her in proportion to the properties which they inherit on her death according to Muhammadan law. If the relatives are unable to maintain the divorced women, then the responsibility goes to Waqf board functioning in the area where such women resides. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the comment box and I will answer there.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share.